So in this video, I'm going to be doing something I've never done before. I'm going to be defending Doodletones.
Just a robot.
Okay, let me first explain what's going on. So this ex-DeviantArt ranter by the name of XX Icyhazard XX, who I'm just going to be calling Icyhazard, did a video about how to make OCs. The video was pretty shitty. Every time she made a point, she would later contradict herself.
Don't do anything I would do. And definitely don't do anything I wouldn't do. There's a little gray area in there, and that's where you operate.
Now, for the one person who doesn't know what OCs are, by the way, welcome to the internet, OC stands for Original Character, which is pretty misleading considering most OCs are just a recolor of an already existing character. Just look up Cold Steel the Hedgehog if you want more info. But anyways, someone made a commentary on Icyhazard's video. Icyhazard and her boyfriend made a stream talking about the video, which they handled very poorly. Someone made a commentary on that stream, so Icyhazard took the video down and made an apology. Wow, that was over quickly. Icyhazard really handled this maturely and probably ended a drama before it even happened. But then, Doodletones and 3 of her friends did a commentary on Icyhazard's shitty OC video. Icyhazard could have ignored this, or at the very least debunked a few of their points, but instead she made a very shitty response. And I'm going to be talking about that video today. Now I know what you guys are thinking. So you're doing a commentary on a commentary on a commentary? Oh, please no, those are really super confusing. Well, don't worry, Icyhazard didn't do a commentary. She just did a TMOS boss type of response. Not really debunking anything and just responding to points to the best of her knowledge without showing any proof. Now, if you're still confused, I do recommend watching Doodletones' video first. I know it's long, but you don't really have to see the whole thing, you just have to see the first 2 minutes to really understand what's going on. Also, I'm sorry for all that exposition I just gave, but now we're actually starting the video.
I'm going to try to keep this short, since people have a tendency to make hour-long responses to me.
Okay, first of all, Doodletones' video was over 40 minutes long, not over an hour long. And second, that's the longest video on you. I myself have gotten 2 videos done on me that are both over an hour long, and I still wouldn't say, people tend to do hour-long responses to me,
So recently I made an apology video regarding a stream I made with my boyfriend. The most detail I can give is that I was being immature and said things I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have to fall into my knees explaining every single detail of what I did wrong. Yes, I fucked up, and I'm trying to fix it.
Well, that's very mature of you. People on the internet need to do that more often.
Now, because I publicly admitted my fault, people still seem to want to get a piece of my ass.
I don't, but my spatula does.
So, what do I have to say about these videos on me? This is going to end in a bandwagon, just like what happened to Savdra, Sleepy King, and Kai Dahlia. The list goes on.
Honestly, I think the bandwagon was pretty avoidable. I believe only one other person was going to do a video on you. But now thanks to this video, you got a video done on you by Jorm, Ponder, fucking me, and probably a few others.
One often meets his destiny on the road he takes to avoid it.
I moved on from DA for a reason. I'm dark, I'm offensive, I call people out for what I consider stupid or just funny. But no, because a bunch of triggered teenagers heard me say, "Don't let anime control your decisions," and give people advice on good characters and stories, requires a 40-long minute video of me getting called a dumb bitch and my boyfriend being called a faggot.
So you're edgy and offensive, but you don't like it when your boyfriend is called a faggot.
Right.
Faggot is like the most basic bitch insult on 4chan. And good character design? Your character looks like Shadow the Hedgehog fucked a dark elf. And your boyfriend's avatar looks like the child of Deadpool and Death. And I wouldn't be surprised if I found out that that was his backstory. Also, he looks like a skeleton just put on a Call of Duty outfit. Real original.
And yet I can't do the exact same thing because of misinformation.
Okay, this might be true because when I was in a drama with the commentary community, a few of them did kind of imply they could do videos on me, but I couldn't do videos on them. However, Icyhazard shows no proof or evidence or really explains how she came to this conclusion, so I have no idea if she's telling the truth or not.
I wholeheartedly understand they wanted to give me criticism, but with all the random LOL humor and the insults, it was really annoying to sit through.
Fair point, they did go a little overboard with all of the insults, but I thought you were edgy and offensive. Can't you handle it?
It just shows a flawed argument and making them no better than me and what I did. And when someone attempts to call out the immaturity, they are called white knights. That sound familiar. Even if you come in unbiased onto the video, you still get treated like you're an idiot and thrown under the bus. Good God, at least my fans can take a hint and not go into a mass troll raid just because someone didn't agree with you.
I see no one has control over their fan base. You should know this, you used to be a ranter.
So if commentaries are supposed to be nothing but insults and calling people names, then what does that make my videos? I must be Satan by that logic. Oh wait, I am.
Okay, I'm so confused by this point. So according to your own logic, by comparison to the commentary community, you are Satan. I have no fucking clue what you mean.
Come to think of it, wasn't one of the people involved with this giant-ass commentary about me called out by Mr. Medicare for having a diaper fetish and just being an absolute moron? That's interesting.
Okay, first of all, if you're going to call someone a moron, make sure to edit out your stuttering. And second, you're literally only bringing this up to discredit Yankee Doodle Dandy Tones. Who cares if she has a diaper fetish or not? It doesn't debunk anything she says. Yes, I brought up the fact that she has a diaper fetish in one of my videos, but I only brought it up because there were people denying that there was any evidence to support that she did have a diaper fetish, which I totally debunked. And the alt CC brought it up just to get a rise out of her, but they weren't trying to discredit her.
So, all in all, what are my final thoughts on all of this? This is why the commentary community has a bad name. They bandwagon on people who make tiny mistakes. This needs to stop before it gets worse. I made shitty rant videos too, but look at me now. I moved on from that worn out excuse for content.
A whole 4 months ago.
If my advice about OCs are so bad and my OC is just so terrible because she's black and red and so edgy,
Doodletones and her friends had way more criticism than just that.
then let me tell you something. My series and my OC have been something I've been working on for years. You know, an actual story and world, not just a half-assed character bio and backstory. She's not just a vigilante who happens to be black and red. She's a mercenary who travels to an alternate universe to fight monsters. And before you people laugh your ass off at that summary, let me just say, there needs to be restriction for your basics of your story. It's a fantasy story that I've been adding my own ideas to. When it comes to OCs and storytelling, you need to be a little cliche so you can change up the rules.
The problem is your character shares many of the same elements that you told people not to do when making an OC.
Just know what you guys were doing was really childish. Every time you make a commentary video on the littlest of points, you just look like a whiny bitch.
Look who's talking.
But guess what? So was I. I can't take any of this seriously, or any of you seriously for that matter, and if anyone has criticism to give me, then okay, I'll do my best. But saying that commentaries are nothing but insults and humor, but because of misplaced information, that totally means it's just not okay. Seems really hypocritical to me.
Wait, so people who say commentaries are nothing but edgy insults is just not okay and is very hypocritical? You make no sense, I have no idea what you're talking about!
I will fix my mistakes, but if I do change, will you actually accept it?
Yes! Yes!
And now a word from the Bone Daddy himself, since you people were so apparent on insulting him.
So there's a lot of rant videos, counter rant videos, and you know there's a common theme in all of them. They're way too long.
Okay, while I will admit that the 40-minute long video was quite lengthy, what about the other videos? One is 12 minutes long, the other is 15 minutes long. Your attention span must be shit.
The people making them couldn't be interesting to save their life. Their editing is absolute shit.
This coming from a guy with nothing but a still image on the screen.
And all their counterpoints either take things out of context or way too seriously.
Care to give any examples? No? Oh well.
You don't actually know how to rant. Just because you go into a video take it apart and make counterpoints does not make you a ranter. No, what makes you a ranter is making real counterpoints.
They're not ranters, they're commentators. And if their points are so bad, then why don't you, counter them?
And that's not to mention that the ranting community in general is just fucking stupid. I mean, your entire content is based off of having to write off of other people's channels.
This coming from a guy who reads 4chan green text stories.
How fucking lazy can you get? You're just above reactors.
As someone who also talks about reaction channels, let me tell you, commentators are way better. And I'm pretty sure you're just saying this to discredit them.
I can't wait to be informed about the next rant that is, of course, another...
I used to be an ex-fan of Icy's, but after her boyfriend made that video saying that us ranters are all stupid and can't make our own content to save our lives, I couldn't take her anymore. It's so phobic of something.
Well, lucky for me, I have never been a fan of Icyhazard. In fact, this is the first time I have ever heard about her. But what do you mean, phobic of something? I have seen the videos done on you, and none of them said you were homophobic, transphobic, or anything.
So in our last OC video, some people... teens don't agree with it.
First of all, I'm pretty sure Doodletones is over 20, and second, let's say she is a teenager, and so is everybody else. Okay, who cares? It doesn't take away from their argument at all.
And to the 4 fucking weebs that we're talking about, the only reason why you didn't like the Bone Daddy telling you anime is shit is because you can't be more original than anime.
Personally, I really couldn't care less. Now, originally I was going to end the video here, but then I saw some videos from Icyhazard's fans defending her. And holy crap, they're terrible. The first one we're going to be covering is called... Stop it!
My apologies in advance. This is unscripted and probably going to be widely unedited.
I'm kind of used to that stuff at this point.
Respect is something that we treat every human being with, right? It's something that's expected of all of us. Whether this person has done wrong or is the most amazing person ever, we must respect them as another human being.
No. Respect is earned. Now I'll show her basic human decency, which is more than most people deserve, but that's about it.
So why is it that this shit is still going on with my good friend Icy when she has admitted that what she did was wrong, tried to apologize for it?
What do you mean still going on? It's only been going on for a couple of weeks. Also, it's still going on because Icyhazard is fanning the flames.
This is what's wrong with this community nowadays, is that people hold on to things. They make long, unedited live streams. I am fully guilty. I'm guilty of this.
Are you talking about Icyhazard? Because she was the one who made the unedited live stream. I have no idea if someone made an unedited live stream on Icyhazard, but if they did, well, you're not showing any proof of it.
And they bitch about something that's not really that big of a deal.
Are you going to show any examples? No? Unsurprising. And while I will admit that the neo-commentary community does make big deals out of little things, they're not really complaining about Icy herself, they're just complaining about her video. Yes, they do talk about Icy somewhat, but it's more about her points than Icy as a person.
Yeah, Icy said some things she probably shouldn't have, but why don't you give her the chance to fix it? Why are you still beating her over the head with it?
You know, some of this is Icy's fault. If it wasn't for her video after her apology video, she probably would have only got like 3 or 4 commentaries done on her.
That doesn't help anything. If anything, it backs her into a corner and makes her want to lash out. And I sure as hell am not going to sit by and watch a very close friend of mine of almost 4 years go through this.
Remember this point because it will be important later.
If you have any respect for her, her content, or her friends, or her relationship, back off.
Cool, I have no respect for any of those. Does that mean I don't have to back off?
Let her fix herself. Let her correct her mistakes. Hammering away at her on how much of a bitch she is because you don't like how she talks is not going to fix anything. Yes, I know, there's gonna be people saying I'm a white knight, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know if I would call you a white knight, but you definitely don't have any idea of what's going on. You think people are really mad at her because of the way she talks? Now, granted, I was confused twice by the way she talked, but that's about it.
I know that she messed up. Let her fix it. Don't beat her over the head with it. That doesn't help anything. I'm saying this as an outside party, someone who was not involved until now.
So you weren't involved until now? But didn't you say that she was your friend for almost 4 years? Don't you think you'll have just a little bias because of that? Just a little?
Stop it. This is fucking ridiculous.
I agree, this video was ridiculous. Anyways, let's go on to the last video. This one is titled, Enough is Enough. When the white kid says enough is enough.
I'm just gonna skip my usual intro and get right into it. What the hell has happened to the ranting community? We didn't used to be this sensitive and just thin-skinned and everything.
Oh, so you're talking about Icyhazard and her group. I mean, after all, Icy used to be a ranter, so she probably has some ranters who watch her. And the people doing videos on her aren't ranters, but commentators.
We used to be tough. We used to be chill. We used to take stuff with a grain of salt.
I agree, the ranting community was just listening to Icyhazard without any proof. They weren't taking anything with a grain of salt. I'm actually really liking this video.
What the hell happened? Everybody's throwing a fit because of some shit that Icyhazard said with her boyfriend in a stream, and I'm just like, the fuck?
Oh no. I get it now. You're one of those people who think the neo-commentary community and the DeviantArt ranting community are the same group. Now, maybe some of the people from the ranting community were complaining about her video, but Icyhazard was specifically talking about the commentary community. Also, if it confuses you that people didn't like what Icyhazard said in her stream, then maybe you should watch that stream. Oh wait, you can't because Icy deleted it. I wonder why.
I mean, I didn't see this stream
Shocking.
that everybody's talking about, but judging by all these apology videos...
Wow, all of these apology videos? All one of them?
And these videos telling these people to leave Icyhazard alone because she's trying to fix her mistakes is just crazy.
All these people making videos telling people to leave Icyhazard alone, which other than yours and another person I can't find anymore. Now maybe there's a ton, but I can't find them and you won't link them. You're acting like there's all these videos done on Icyhazard and a bunch of videos defending Icyhazard, but you're not giving any examples and I can't find them.
But apparently all the SJWs are leaving Tumblr and they're coming to YouTube and DeviantArt and spreading all of their I can't handle criticism, I can't handle different opinions, I can't handle this, I can't handle that, everybody has to bow down to my whims and my will, and I'm so sensitive, I'm so special, everyone has to worship me.
Enough! Everything, every word, every thought that you know is wrong.
Oh my god, there's so much wrong with this. Okay, first of all, SJWs are already on YouTube. Have you ever heard of BuzzFeed, MTV, or Anita Sarkeesian? Second, DeviantArt also has a lot of SJWs. In fact, other than Tumblr, DeviantArt is probably the biggest SJW cesspool there is. Also, how are Doodle and her friends SJWs? Does Doodletones say that anybody who goes after her is transphobic? No, of course not. You're only saying this to discredit her, like everybody else I have already covered in this video. Also, I love the part where you said, the people who are doing videos on Icyhazard can't take criticism. Even though in reality, if there's anyone in this situation who can't take criticism, it's Icy. Because the people who are doing videos on Icyhazard are actually making real points, while Icyhazard was just trying to discredit them. Also, are you going to try to call me an SJW even though I'm an anti-SJW and a Trump supporter? Just asking.
I just want to punch these people in the goddamn face.
Yeah, I want to punch these. Around. You're so thin-skinned.
I mean, shit. It's like the Savdra's flood of rants all over again.
Yeah, I will admit, too many people did videos on Sav Draws. And do you know who was one of those people? Icyhazard. Okay, what are my final thoughts on this whole situation? Holy crap, talk about an overreaction. I see this drama could have been easily avoided, but you responded in one of the worst ways you possibly could. You, along with the two people trying to defend you, did nothing but try to discredit the other people, saying things like, they're only just above reaction channels, they're SJWs, they're oversensitive, and they have diaper fetishes. Who cares? Talk about their actual argument. And also, you guys are really the ones going to give OC advice? 3 of you had edgy as fuck OCs, and the other one had a Sonic fan character OC. Between all 3 of these videos, the only evidence that was given was a few comments which proved absolutely nothing. Oh, and before someone tries to discredit me and say I'm nothing but a Doodletone fan, guess what? I have been in drama with Doodletones before. I really don't like her. I don't hate her, but I certainly don't like her. When Doodletones is wrong, she's wrong. But when Doodletones is right, she's right. If you didn't like this video, then make actual points against it, and don't just try to discredit me. My eyes have seen the glory of the cleansing of YouTube, debunking SJWs and feminazis too. We criticize reactionists in hopes they get the boot. Just a robot marches on